Hi, my name's Troy. I'm a plumber here at Gallant Plumbing. Been involved in the business for the past 18 to 20 months. I suppose I chose plumbing for variation and variety of work, also for a job that is satisfying in what you can achieve and also what you can achieve for people, making them have something that they didn't know could be there, or just making their life easier. And the variation that comes with that in plumbing is the reason why I decided to head down that path. Again, the satisfaction that you can bring to people, whether it's giving them hot water, heating, new bathrooms, changing their lifestyle, gives great satisfaction to not just the end result for the customer, but also to us plumbers to create something for someone. Hopefully still in the plumbing world, creating again a nice lifestyle for people and myself. Hopefully as plumbing develops, so do we as people. So the learnings that you get out of that hopefully will push personally myself to a higher level of plumbing, into a more business side of it. And that's sort of the end goal. Big family man. I've got 3 beautiful children and a loving wife that I try to spend as much time as possible away from work with. They do sort of keep the smile on my face and the joy of life there. Also have a high interest in general sports across the board, being Melbourne born. It's grown up with a massive interest in the sporting life, so I still to this day I continue that, whether it's on a coaching level in the junior sporting facilities. I get a lot of passion out of seeing young people come through and enjoy hopefully as much as what I did growing up. My plumbing journey started 12, 14 years ago maybe. I was in an office job and I was basically sick of being in the same environment and not really getting much out of it. So I actually got into the plumbing field through a couple of plumbing supply shops. I started working in there, just wanted to get a feel for what it's like to sort of be a tradie and being out there and all that sort of stuff. So I started there, and after a few years and moving into management roles there, I decided that I was ready to take the step and be out full time on the tools. So I started an apprenticeship and worked my way through, and here I am today. So wouldn't change it. Love the variety that you get, being outdoors a lot of the time, different people you meet, and that's the sort of journey I've taken. I suppose the direction and professionalism of Gallant attracted me. It sort of is a level above what I'd experienced with other plumbing organisations out there. The way they treat not just the employees but the customers. It's at a high level of respect, and the professionalism behind that is far and beyond what I could imagine anywhere else. I suppose being a plumber, you get a high tolerance for lots of different things. There's nothing that really makes you squirm. Most people will sort of naturally come back to the point of we do deal with some situations that most people aren't happy to come across, as in the general day-to-day waste pipes. And sometimes you do come into a scenario where, look, it's not ideal, but we get the job done and allow everyone to continue on with their everyday lives. And that's probably the one thing that sometimes can just get you to have a little step back for a second. But as again, it's part of the plumbing world, and we're happy to do it. The one time that really got me was at a cafe in the inner city of Melbourne, with a lower level basement toilet that the whole sewer system was completely blocked, and as I walked down the stairwell into the actual toilet block, we had nearly a foot full of sewer water splashing around in the footwell of the toilet cubicle area, which, yeah, it wasn't ideal. Having to get in there to clear the overflow points to allow the sewer to get out, so we could clean up and get everything going. That was probably the one time that I was really a bit, yes, is this really what we want to do? But again, to be able to get the cafe up and going was good. But yeah, hopefully not too many more of them in the future, hopefully. I am a very proud Collingwood supporter. Grew up in a Collingwood household. My father is a very strong Collingwood supporter, so from the day I was born, I really didn't get a choice in it, which I'm glad. They're a very passionate side to follow, the black and white. A lot of good times, a lot of bad times. The good times back to the 1990 Premiership was one of the highlights of my life as a young sort of 12-year-old. Didn't quite understand the passion of what was before me in the Collingwood world until then. But to live that and see that just made my love grow stronger. So huge Collingwood family at home. My children obviously following my footsteps, which is great. And wouldn't change it for the world. I am grateful for, probably the main thing is my loving wife and my beautiful children. They're the things that until you have them, you don't realise how they can make you feel on a day-to-day basis. And everything we do these days is basically for the benefit of them. So extremely grateful to have the privilege of a loving family. We want to be remembered for making an impact into not just a professional life, but also a private life, where people can look back and say that they enjoyed the time that they were able to have with me, whether it was short or long, and leaving a legacy that joy and fun and laughter was always around. Happiness. Success, I find, I would probably go if you're happy, you're successful. If you're happy to get up and head out into the world every day, I believe you're successful in whatever part of life you're doing, whether that's home life, professional life. I'd rate happiness as a very high point to show that you're successful in whichever way you go and whatever you're doing. Sneak off at night time every now and again and park myself in front of the TV and turn the PlayStation on. That's something that I've always sort of enjoyed, is a bit of background gaming. That's one that I do sort of enjoy myself personally, putting the kids to bed and being able to park myself down and have a bit of a go. Apart from that, I don't have a sweet tooth, so I'm not a chocolatey sort of fan, but I do enjoy a nice cold beverage. Probably a nice relaxing family night to start the weekend off. Bit of fun and laughter with the family. Then it would be I'm a pretty relaxed basic man, so I would say my ideal weekend would just be close family, friends around a barbecue on a nice sunny day, enjoying some laughter and some nice cold, quiet beverages. Followed by probably some sport in the background to keep everyone entertained. But that's what I really enjoy in life. Her passion for not just me but the kids, passion for life, passion for us as a family, Commitment to the family, like I said, is something that I cherish. Puts a smile on my face every day. Just the morning messages or phone calls, and the smile and kiss goodnight. Yeah, absolutely adore her. Love it. She loves and hates, I suppose, my sort of relaxed nature. Sort of works well together. Probably modern times. I'm a big Jason Bateman fan, so I'd probably go with, which is no reflection of work, but Horrible Bosses. Yep, love it. Light-hearted sort of thing. Probably one of the favourite movies I grew up with that I still love sitting down with the kids today watching would be the Back to the Future trilogies. Don't know, just the joy you get from kids watching that as well, and me growing up watching it, that's definitely a high one on my list. I think just, the general, to me, my favourite and best one would just be the general thank you get for putting a smile on someone's face, privately or personally, or work-wise, professionally. That's probably my best. Oh, that's a tough one because I haven't been to a lot of places I think I'd like to live. I'd like to live in Monaco because their lifestyle to me seems like it would be great. I have not been there, but that's one that I would think would be high up there. Generally, I'm pretty happy just having my family around me, so wherever they are is where I'd want to be, and that's probably the main thing. Perfect holiday destination to me would be a Winnebago, travelling around probably America, following the sports and the countryside. I think it would be my ideal holiday destination. I'd like to probably do a 6-monther. I think that would be about right. I love the camping sort of environment, so even a Winnebago around the countryside of Australia is high on my to-do list. So yeah, that'd be ideal. Nothing. I like to hope that I learn from mistakes that do get made. Hopefully I don't make them over and over again. The best things I owe my parents would be probably love for family, love for life, what they were able to instill in me through my childhood made me probably the way I am now. So it was a very happy, joyful household. That's helped me carry that on through to the household I have at home now with my family and kids. Don't take things for granted. Things can change in the world very quick. So enjoy every moment you can, because it doesn't last forever, whether that's in a professional world or personal. It's probably don't take it for granted. Enjoy what you can, while you can. Never say never. That's probably one thing. I don't think you can put a border or a boundary around things. So even if you've had to put yourself in a position that you didn't enjoy, I don't think you could ever say that you'll never do it again, because like I said, you've got to take advantage of what you can when you can and enjoy every moment of it, good and bad. So never say never. Favourite day of the week? Sunday maybe? Average probably 6. Try to get 7, 8, but probably average 6. Probably get a bit more now. The kids are getting a bit older, which is good. But yeah, 6. Family. Yeah. Wife, kids, life in general. Probably just do the grown-up thing and cover all sort of mortgages. Probably cover mortgages not just for myself but for close family. Then the rest would be probably a nice little getaway with the family, maybe a few sneaky golf trips, and probably a few shouts at the pub with a few mates would probably be high on the list. But yeah, definitely a nice little relaxing getaway for probably a little Winnebago trip around Australia maybe would be one that I'd head for.
Which direction?
Top end, through the middle, down the west. See the lovely Australia countryside that a lot of people don't get to see. My three would probably be Frank Sinatra. I have idolised Frank Sinatra for a long time. Just think it'd be a very interesting conversation to be able to sit down and have a chat to him. James Dean would be in there. The intrigue of James Dean's always intrigued me. That sort of era of Frank and James is an era I a little bit fascinated with. The third one would probably be Dave Grohl, musician, Foo Fighters lead singer. I think his life stories would be absolutely amazing, and yeah, they'd be the three that I would love to sit down and have a couple of dinners with. These days, maybe 10.
Chin-ups?
Yeah, probably. I think I can max out at about 10. It's a nice round number.
What's the longest run you've ever done?
Longest run. Never really been a big runner. Probably back in the day of playing footy and having to run laps of the oval would probably be maybe 5. 4. Favourite basketballer would be the Beard.
What's his name?
James Harden. Plays for the Houston Rockets.
Favourite golfer?
Favourite golfer? As a golf, would be Tiger Woods. Yeah, love the way he changed the way golf was played, really. Big golf fan, and yeah, would be Tiger. Probably would be just a basic one, taking the kids up to the theme parks. The joy that they got out of being up in Queensland in the theme parks was fantastic. That's probably been one of the best ones that I've done. Favourite time of year? Springtime. Just the fresh, clean air. You know, summer's around the corner. That's everyone seems to get an extra hop in their step. That's probably my favourite time of year. Probably Lily. My oldest daughter's name's Lily, so every time I see a lily, makes me think of her. So that's probably my favourite flower. Salt water probably is a great smell. Sort of means that you're obviously in the sun around the beach outside, holiday time. Always sort of puts a bit of a smile on your face. I'd like to live forever. Hopefully I'll make it up into the 90s. Would be, I think, a good age gap.